oh God, Monday's coming.
There's two ways to be a general. One way is to kind of stay behind in the tent and issue commands over the radio, send out the troops. And the other way is actually to get on the front line and actually go to battle with your team. And that is what I'm doing. I've been pushing ideas down the pipeline, if you will. And of course, I haven't really been aware of all the projects that you guys have on your plate, adding stress to the system, right? It's kind of like, you guys remember that I Love Lucy episode with the candies coming down the assembly line? Right? It's pretty much that I Love Lucy episode. As I get distracted being the CEO of the company, Tanya will be able to help at least make sure that we're looking forward and we're looking at the current projects and that we'll always have our eye on the right ball. The good news is you've got 2 new players on your team. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to be bringing at least 10 or 15 hours a week to this project. We will operate as a lockstep team. This is going to be my expectation, number one. Very, very important that we have clear communications. What does that mean? I don't want you shaking your head, yes, I understand, if you really don't understand. If you do understand, but you're unable for whatever reason, or you're struggling, ask for help. And I need you to overcome the asking for help as a weakness. It's not. In this team, there's no I in team. Right, Jen?
Right.
Jen, what's your thoughts about this stuff up here?
It all makes perfect sense. I'm really glad that we're onto the team. That'll be a big help.
So now we're ready to get down to business.
Yeah, so I got texts from Mike over the weekend. I went into a little bit of a panic mode, trying things that have worked in the past, and we're getting maybe half the results. So we're trying all sorts of new things and all these new crazy ideas that Mike has. It's a lot more to manage and coordinate and keep track of. But after we talked about it yesterday, I'm real confident that it's going to be a good change.
I loved being at work. This was just my home away from home. And then I started getting into that thing where Sunday noon would roll around and I started to feel anxiety, just, oh God, Monday's coming. And I knew that there was a problem and I didn't know how to fix it. So when he came in, I thought, hallelujah, there's going to be change here and we need change. And so for me, it's all good.
So Mark Schaefer sent me this cool book, Your Ad Ignored Here. Kind of cool. And he said, thank you so much for our friendship and support over the years. Much laughs, Mark Schaefer. Tom Fishborn is amazing, man. He's seriously funny. So this is just all of his seriously funny stuff. Like, it's creepy how targeted these Christmas ads are. How do marketers collect so much data on us? And then it shows the elf on the shelf.
What's up, my friends? How are you?
Hey, Tim. How you going, man? How you doing?
Hi there.
Doing good.
How you doing? How you going? I don't know what the hell I'm saying.
You're going to want to add them to whatever kind of, automation sequence to get them primed for the webinar, and then whatever you're going to do with the replay afterwards. And from then on, you're going to want them tagged as having attended, having shown up, that kind of stuff.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Yeah, no problem.
Tim.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
What I did was I took a comparison of all the Tuesday emails we've sent last year over this year and calculated the clicks and the sales.
So what we're trying to isolate here, is it the email or is it the sales page? Because if they're not visiting the sales page, then
Right.
then we know that's a problem.
Then it's the emails themselves. Or
But
the
if
list.
they are visiting the sales page, then we know it's the sales page. And my hypothesis going into this was that they're visiting the sales page.
Right, that we're getting the clicks, but not the sales.
But we've realized
Through the
actually
numbers,
it's quite the opposite.
the clicks are way down, like half what we were getting last year.
Is there a certain style or structure that we did then that we are not doing now?
We took the pictures out because it was affecting deliverability, but even if it gets through to fewer people, if more of them are opening, and because it's more compelling because it has a pretty picture, then
Bingo. 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 This is the issue, right? It's
That's
like
the balance
we're
of
placating the
Google,
deliverability side
right.
of this, potentially at the expense of sales.
Yeah,
And it's that fine balance.
we gotta figure it out.
Like, if we don't make Google happy, we're never going to make sales. So
Right.
How do we do it all?
Okay, so this is the rough version of the Facebook ads plan for this week. kind of sketched out the major lists that we're going to. We typically do desktop only. This week we are going to all placements, which is super exciting. We're going to mobile, we're going to audience network, we're going to Messenger, we're going to Instagram. We're going all over the place because we want to hit people where they are.
Okay, so we're about to look at some ads that Jeremy sent us,
Okay.
and he's going to want a response, and let's see what we see.
Okay.
Do you ever feel like it's impossible to keep up with the ever-changing landscape of social media marketing? Then come to Social Media Marketing World. Register now. Sale ends Friday. What do you think?
I like it. I don't know if we wanted to show 2 Joey Coleman clips because social media marketers didn't really know who he was until they saw him. They loved him once they saw him, but he wasn't a known entity going in.
Good observation.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things to do in events is sell sponsorships. Good morning, sales team. How you all doing today? Number 1, I want to talk about the Speaker Assist program. And number 2, I want to talk about objections.
Sure. We are looking to tap into our speakers that have relationships with brands and tools and solutions that are relevant for the attendees at Social Media Marketing World to ask for warm introductions.
And the reason we came up with this idea is because the hardest thing for us sometimes is to break through to the right people inside of these corporations, right?
What we're asking is that they advocate that our event would also be a great place for them to source new customers.
Cool. So give us the quick update. Where are we at with this program?
It's definitely working. I mean, the emails, we get the calls. Again, then there's the next layer of trying to have people understand how important live events are.
What's the biggest objections?
Well, price, personnel, travel.
Damien?
I think for me, it's people want to speak. I think every other conference, when you sponsor, you get some sort of session spot. And, you know, I think it's a good dialogue because then people start learning how kind of crappy those other conferences are when the person that bought a ticket's paying for it and when the person on stage is paying for it.
A good sales guy, you know, you might do something like this, like, hey, Damien and Emily, so glad you guys are thinking about considering sponsoring at Social Media Marketing World. Let me tell you one of the biggest mistakes that sponsors make, which I don't want you guys to make. And it's this mindset issue of that they need to speak in order for it to be of value. But what they don't understand is ... And then, okay, so I'm off my rant. Let's get to the meeting. You know, so you can just deal with that objection right out of the gate. It's kind of like, don't be those guys. All right, you guys have a good one. Talk to you later.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, Mike. Take care.
We bit off way more than we thought. All this frickin' chaos, man. Hey, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of The Journey. There's a couple quick things I want to ask of you. Number 1, would you please comment and let me know what you think about it? Number 2, would you share this episode with your friends? And if you do, the result is me very happy. Woohoo! See you next time. Please join me on The Journey. Subscribe now on YouTube by visiting journey.show. For extra special appreciation, hit the bell and let us know you've joined the Bell Squad.